A performance piece by Darvish was probably the most photographed and hardest to miss on the first day of the Armory Art Show in Manhattan. Wearing a mashup of traditional Middle Eastern dress, a fez from Oman, kaftan from Iran, and a robe from a shop in London, Fak glided about on a motorized illuminated skateboard covered with what looked like a prayer rug. He called it Whirring Darvish and said it was about mocking stereotypes of the Middle East.
My piece is about bringing a quality to the show that had a sense of lightness to it. A sense of lightness in my being, also a sense of lightness in the humor aspect. It's a way of me being able to dismantle some of my cultural identity. I'm half Iranian and half American. And reassemble it in a collage that made sense to me.
Nearby, a work by Iraqi-American artist Wafa Bilal also was tongue-in-cheek, but with a more serious intent. A large golden bust of former dictator Saddam Hussein, wearing a hat modeled like Jerusalem's Dome of the Rock, was installed next to a photograph-style rendering of the bust in outer space, orbiting the Earth. Bilal said it was inspired by a real-life statue and a plan of Saddam's regime in the 1980s.
To construct a bust of Saddam Hussein in gold and then send it into the space. And I'm revisiting this idea right now in a way to highlight how people reach such a point to elevating a dictator to the status of God.
Bilal said he plans to launch the piece, if possible, into space via a Russian rocket.
And then geosynchronize on top of Iraq, exactly. As it will be a shining star for just a reminder of one time we went through hard time. And we have to remember that. And we have to remember it's the past and look into the future as well.
In the meantime, Bilal is making Saddam bust bookends and candle holders, aided by U.S. veterans willing to work for $6 an hour to demonstrate what he considers their exploitation and neglect. So far, he said, only a few have signed on. As for Darvish Fak's flying carpet piece, Armory Show officials banned it on the first day, citing safety concerns. Carolyn Weaver, VOA News, New York.